What if the secret to a nation's wealth was written not in its laws or its people, but in the land itself? The United States' power wasn't built, it was discovered, centuries before the nation existed. Most people credit America's wealth to democracy, innovation, or military might, but these are just branches. The roots run deeper, into the very soil. To truly understand America's wealth, you must see its geography as a blueprint for prosperity. Nature shaped North America with rivers, mountains, and coastlines that would one day give the US a head start. These features dictated where people settled, what they grew, and how they traded. America's geography made trade easy, invasion difficult, and growth inevitable. This geographical luck is the silent partner in America's success. Today, we'll explore the hidden advantages that made the US a global superpower. We'll see how rivers became highways and oceans became castle walls. The land itself provided everything needed for a modern economy. This isn't just a story of people and choices, but of a place and its unyielding influence. The secret is out there, waiting to be read on the map. Let's uncover how America's landscape shaped its destiny. The blueprint for power was always there, etched in the land. Geography is the foundation of America's wealth. Let's begin our journey. Ask why a country is rich, and you'll hear about hard work, freedom, and the American dream. These stories inspire, but they're incomplete. Attributing America's wealth solely to ideals ignores its incredible physical advantages. Ideals were the spark, but geography was the dry wood. Without the right land, hard work alone might have fizzled out. The myth of rugged individualism overlooks how generous the land was. Pioneers succeeded not just through grit, but because they worked some of the best real estate in the world. The myth focuses on the farmer, not the farm. National stories matter, but they can hide deeper truths. Success often comes from a lucky draw, not just moral victory. By focusing only on culture and politics, we miss the fundamental geographic reality. America became a superpower because it occupies a special piece of land. Understanding this is the first step to uncovering the real secret of its wealth. Geography set the stage. People played their part. The land made the dream possible. America's first advantage lies at its edges, the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. These vast moats protected the young nation from invasion, unlike Europe's crowded, warring neighbors. The oceans allowed America to focus on growth, not constant defense. With safe borders, resources could build roads, schools, and industries. But the oceans weren't just shields, they were highways for trade. The East Coast's deepwater harbors, like New York and Boston, became gateways to the world. America exported raw materials and imported goods and people, fueling its rise. The sea lanes brought millions of immigrants, providing labor and skills. The oceans both protected and connected the country. Few nations have enjoyed this dual advantage, safe from attack, open for business. America's location was a geographic jackpot. The sea provided a shield and a road, defense and opportunity. This simple fact is foundational to America's wealth. Geography made America both secure and prosperous. The ocean's silent service changed history. The map's edges shaped the nation's fate. If oceans were America's walls, its rivers were the hallways. The Mississippi River system forms one of the world's greatest networks of navigable waterways. Before trains, these rivers were the cheapest way to move goods. Farmers in the Midwest could float crops to New Orleans and out to the world. This network turned isolated farms into global players. The Louisiana Purchase wasn't just land, it was control of this river system. No other country has such a vast, navigable, centrally oriented river network. Europe's rivers are divided by borders, rushes freeze or flow nowhere useful. America's rivers all lead to a single warm water port. This river of gold carried the continent's wealth to the sea. The river system made America's heartland productive and connected. Geography made trade easy, fueling explosive growth. The rivers were America's natural superhighway. The land's design was its greatest asset. Geography isn't just about what's easy, it's about what's hard. The Appalachian Mountains slowed westward expansion, forcing early Americans to unite along the coast. This created a shared culture and identity before spreading inland. The mountains acted as a cradle, nurturing unity. Once strong, Americans crossed the mountains as one nation, not many. The Rockies and Sierra Nevada formed a formidable western barrier, securing the country's flank. Harsh terrain made large-scale invasion difficult. Mountains channeled movement, making defense easier. They also captured water and concentrated minerals, fueling agriculture and industry. The mountains were both shield and treasure chest, barriers that protected, unified, and enriched the nation. Geography shaped not just borders, but identity and opportunity. The land's obstacles became its strengths. Imagine two farmers in 1850. One in Russia, one in Iowa, both hard-working, both ambitious. Ivan in Russia faces short seasons, poor transport, and constant insecurity. John in Iowa enjoys rich soil, long seasons, and easy river access to global markets. John's surplus reaches the world cheaply. Ivan's profits vanish in transport. John is protected by oceans, taxed less for defense, and benefits from public investment. Over generations, John's family prospers, invests, and builds wealth. Ivan survives, John thrives. The difference isn't effort, it's geography. America's farmers won the geographic lottery. The land amplified their work, multiplying wealth. Geography shaped destinies, not just for individuals, but for millions. Prosperity followed the rivers, the soil, and the safety of the land. The map, not just the man, made the difference. Place, more than people, set the stage for success. The story of wealth is written in the land. A nation's neighbors matter. The US borders only Canada and Mexico, neither a long-term military threat. This is rare geopolitical luck. Unlike Europe's tense borders, America's are stable and open. The US-Canada border is the world's longest undefended line, fostering easy trade and cooperation. No need for massive armies or fortifications, resources went to growth. The southern border with Mexico, while complex, never posed a major military threat. America expanded, confident its flanks were secure. This safe neighborhood let the US focus outward, not inward. While other continents fought, America grew. Its neighbors were partners, not rivals. Security at home enabled power abroad. Geography gave America a peaceful neighborhood and a head start. Geography offers opportunity, but people must seize it. America's founders built a system to unlock the land's potential. The Constitution created a single market, preventing trade barriers between states. This let goods flow freely, maximizing river advantages. Federal control over commerce turned geography into economic power. Policies like the Homestead Act and land-grant universities encouraged settlement and innovation. Railroads tied the coasts, opening the interior. Private property and a stable legal system spurred investment. A strong navy protected trade routes. The plan was as important as the place. America's genius was recognizing its gift and unwrapping it. Geography provided the raw material. Policy turned it into wealth. The land's promise was realized by human design. America's wealth isn't a secret, it's the land itself. Soil, rivers, oceans, mountains, and climate formed the foundation. Ideals and hard work mattered, but geography set the stage. The US had the right people, ideas, and most importantly, the right place. This doesn't diminish achievement, it puts it in context. The continent was the silent partner in America's success. Geography explains why some regions thrive while others struggle. Maps are documents of power and destiny. America's story is as much about the earth as its people. See the US as a fortress, a fertile basin, a peaceful neighborhood. The land provided every resource for a modern economy. America is a geographic masterpiece. The real secret of its wealth was always on the map. The truth was never hidden. It was written in the land. Geography shaped America's destiny.